Kemmerer, Wyoming, will soon be home to the most advanced nuclear facility in the world. It will hopefully come online in 2030. There is still a review process to be completed. TerraPower will build out the non-nuclear parts of the facility in the meantime. Started by Bill Gates in 2008, TerraPower is leading the country and the world in developing safe, next-generation nuclear technology. When hiring for functional programming languages, you primarily pick from either resume spammers, bright undergraduates, or senior engineers who only want to work with that particular language. Resume spammers can be safely ignored. Bright undergraduates can be a source of great potential. Senior engineers who only want to work with a particular language may look like the best candidates, but they may be too focused on the tool to see the goals of the business. This page contains a list of terms and core concepts for developers in the payments team of an online business or payment service provider. It can be frustrating to work in an environment without understanding the terminologies used in every conversation. The page attempts to simplify the concepts to bring developers up to speed with payments. Current methods for detecting fake images are fairly effective, but generators are getting better. Digital infrastructure ultimately requires physical infrastructure. The more computing needed, the more physical infrastructure is required. Apple's new Apple Intelligence system will use private cloud compute to ensure any data processed on its cloud servers is protected in a transparent and verifiable way. Many of Apple's generative AI models can run entirely on a device powered by an A17 Plus or M-series chip. When a bigger model is required to fulfill a generative AI request, Apple Intelligence only sends relevant data to complete the task to special Apple Silicon servers. Customer data will not be saved for future server access or used to further train models. The server code used for private cloud compute will be publicly accessible. Microsoft is reportedly working on a true handheld gaming device. Solar-powered planes could lead to new alternatives for aerial surveillance and telecommunications. Aviation giants, telecommunication companies, venture investors, and the military are already spending millions of dollars developing the technology. These planes never need refueling and can stay in the air as long as the sun is shining. Advances in battery technology have finally made it feasible to power a solar plane through the night. Apple's Messages app will support RCS in iOS 18. It will replace SMS as the default communication protocol between Android and iOS devices. RCS offers typing indicators, read receipts, longer messages, and higher quality images and videos. Apple likely integrated the protocol to appease EU regulators. Nokia placed a call over a cellular network using the 3GPP Immersive Video and Audio Services codec, which lets people hear spatial audio in real time. Triplebyte was a technical recruiting company for software engineers with an excellent brand, delivering a well-liked product. A study of more than 1,500 employees found that a quarter of executives and a fifth of HR professionals hoped that return to office RTO mandates would result in staff leaving. While people did quit when RTO mandates were enforced at many of the largest companies, it wasn't enough. Many of the layoffs in the past 12 months were believed to be a result of too few people leaving in protest of RTO mandates. Many employees feel that management wants them back in the office to monitor them more closely. This has resulted in the growth of an office culture that is even more performative, suspicious, and divisive than before the COVID-19 pandemic. Modern CSS allows developers to override font metrics with @font face properties like size adjust, accent override, and descent override. Apple announced AI features and major updates across its operating systems at its Worldwide Developers Conference keynote. Apple's AI system, Apple Intelligence, will put powerful generative models at the core of the iPhone, iPad, and Mac. It will enable new capabilities across Apple's native apps, such as the ability to generate images or summarize text. Apple Intelligence will be available for free on the iPhone 15 Pro and on iPads and Macs with an M1 or later chip. Other announcements at the event include more customization in iOS 18, RCS support for the iPhone, a passwords app to keep track of logins, and a calculator app for iPad OS 18.